Hey everybody, it's Mark from Frog Data. Today I want to go ahead and talk to you about our daily sales tracking reports, which reside underneath the variable ops tab within the Frog Data tool. So this video, the main purpose is to go ahead and give you a brief overview of each report, show some of the features that can be found within it, and then help you have a better understanding of how the daily sales tracking page can help you better run your variable ops side of the business. So to begin with, to access the variable ops page, um, from your navigation bar at the top of the screen, simply hover over variable ops and then click on daily sales tracking. Once you do that, it'll pull up the entire set of reports. Now, as you go through this, if you'd like to save a report to a favorite, simply click on the contents button, choose the report that you'd like to save as a favorite, go ahead and make the minus a plus, and it'll actually put that report link to my favorite section, which will be on your home page. So on any one of these reports, you can go ahead and save it as a favorite. Okay, so daily sales tracking. What we're trying to do is we're trying to give you current month versus last month, year ago, and plan for your new vehicle sales, used vehicle sales, retail vehicle sales, which is a combination of the new and used, and non-retail vehicle sales, which is anything that is not considered a new or used retail vehicle. So some of the nuances and some of the nice things that you'll see in here is that the metrics are going to include volume, average gross profit, and total gross profit. So we're going to categorize into finalized deals, which are deals that have gone through accounting and been finalized, and then book delivered this month, which are deals that have been written or you contracted, maybe you delivered the vehicle to the customer, but they haven't been finalized in accounting. With that information, we're going to go ahead and give you a month exit forecast. That month exit forecast is going to be based upon historical data as well as your current pacing for this month. And you can quickly compare that versus what you did last month or this month last year, along with your average gross profit and then your total gross profit. So you can track and see on a daily basis where you are, where you're going, and if you're on plan or not. So as you scroll down past that first section of the reports, you'll come to the daily vehicle sales page. So this information is going to be based upon past 60 days of sales, and it's going to include finalized, booked, and unwound deals for retail and non-retail sales. So if you click on any column, you can see the deal data that it represents. So in this instance, if I want to take a look at my new cars, I can click off wholesale and my used category so I can only see new. So black will represent booked and delivered, green will represent finalized. So if let's say I want to go back to the 14th and I see, oh, hey, I have a booked delivered deal that hasn't been finalized, I want some more information on that. All I have to do is simply click on that, and it's going to pull up a list of deals from that day. In this case, there was only one. So now I can see the deal ID, stock number, date sold, deal status, etc. So I have all the information right at my fingertips so I can look up that deal and find out what happened to it. And then I can do that with, if I want to look up used, I can select used. Basically, any one of these items on here, if you hover over it, it'll give you the information for the amount of sales. And then if you click on it, it's going to pop up a deal list with all the information you need to get more details on that particular deal or that day. Okay, next report is the daily active leads. This is one of the new reports that we've added to this page. So again, we're looking at the past 60 days, and we're using this report to track your active leads to help drive appointments. The stacked chart depicts new vehicle leads with appointments, used vehicle leads with appointments, and then without appointments, and then other leads such as imports or things that might have come into the system. So one of the things I can do with this is, again, let's go back to the new cars, and I want to take a look at new car leads. So if I click off all the other categories, it's going to show me my past 60 days of new vehicle leads that have come in that have had appointments, and then without appointments, and then where I have had appointments in the past. So if I click off past appointment, now I can see these are all the leads that I've gotten in the last 60 days and how many appointments have I gotten on those days. So for this instance, I can click on this, pops up the information. There's the lead ID. There was my source. There's the lead owner. There's the customer. So I can see that I had an appointment on that date. The whole premise behind this report is to help sales managers manage their leads better so that they can see how they're doing as far as the amount of leads they're coming in versus appointments. And as you see, as we get into the next report down below, it's going to help you track as far as building and understanding how many deals you might be able to count on down the road. Right below that daily active lead report is your current active lead table. So this is going to give you all the leads that have come in your system in the past 60 days. Each one of these is sortable. You can actually filter and sort. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to go ahead and look up a lead owner. So I can look at Troy. It's going to filter to all the leads that have come in under Troy's name. And then if I want to go ahead and check the lead status, I can go ahead and click on it, and I can look up open or closed. Or if I want to hit close deals, so in this instance, there's no closed deals. They're still all open over the past 60 days. Or if I hit open, it'll filter. So I think you get the idea. Anytime you filter and put into one of the words that are found in that category, you'll have the ability to sort each column. Really helps when you're trying to play around with an interactive table as opposed to exporting it and playing with it on your own. But that is a feature that you could do if you'd want by simply clicking on the hamburger. You can hit export all data as a CSV. It'll download all this data so you can play around with it, append it, do whatever you need to. All right, then below that, last two graphs that we have on here, we have the new vehicle daily comparison and the used vehicle daily comparison. So this is going to give you a quick visual of your current month versus last month, year ago leads and plan. So click off these one by one. So now I can take a look at what's my month going. So my new volume plan is 121 vehicles. And you might wonder where that number comes in. Well, that's default based upon historical data. If you wanted to change that, you can go to the variable ops tab, click on monthly sales plan, and let's say your objective is 135. You could change it so that your new volume plan would be 135, and it'll adjust the categories on this report. This bar over here is the forecasted month-end volume and the forecasted month-end gross profit. So that's your target based upon what you've done so far this month that we think you're going to get to. So if I want to look at my finalized deals, simply select that. There's all my finalized deals. And if I click on that, it's going to show me my gross profit on that date, my cumulative volume, my cumulative gross profit. So if I click on March 2019 book deals, there's my list of book deals. And then if I want to compare it to March 2018, I can see that I'm slightly below where I was last year. If I compare it to February 2019, I can see that I'm above last month, so I'm pacing better than last month. And then we also added a new category called appointments. So this will show me that I do have some appointments down the road, and I'll be able to see, and perhaps I can gauge that to plan out having a couple sales on those days. And at the very bottom, you're going to see an exception report with vehicles with $0 cost. So you just want to use this to make sure that your DMS data is clean, that you don't have vehicles in the system that are marked sold with no cost, which, as we all know, can mess up our accounting and our deal caps down the road. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Mark Malarczyk. Best way is via email, and that is mark.malarczyk@frogdata.com. So Mark Malarczyk@frogdata.com. Thanks.